Hi, I'm Tony Robbins. Listen, if you're a business owner or a business leader, I know something about you. And that is you're a bit obsessed with growing sales. I mean, you have to be, right? A steady flow of new leads and new sales is what feeds a growing business. So I know the last few years may have been a little bit tough on your business, certainly on your competitors as a minimum. I mean, if you look back in 2008, no one was ready for it, and it was pretty rough on everyone. But most people, kind of obsessed on the idea, well, the economy is just going to bounce back. And the reason they believe that is it always has in the past. But today we both know that there are plenty of businesses and a lot of consumers that are really suffering right now. And they're suffering because there's a new normal, that things have fundamentally shifted. And with that, there brings new opportunities and obviously new threats. If you and I are going to be the most successful we could possibly be in our business in this environment, we have to make a shift. And that shift in our psychology has got to be, it isn't the environment, it isn't the economy, it's us and our ability to add value to other people's lives. That is my obsession. If you're going to succeed in business, the person that wins long term is always the person who does more for the consumer, more for the other business, more for their client than anyone else could possibly dream of. When that becomes your obsession and you figure out the strategies to make that work, then it becomes a matter of how do you systematize it so it grows beyond yourself. Most business owners are really business operators, right? We get in our businesses, we love what we do, we want to serve, we want to grow, and the next thing you know, you grow only so much and then there's no more hours, no more time. And how do you grow your business? You have to move from being a business operator to really a business owner. Somebody who can step outside that business, no matter how small or big it is, and think strategically and do the right things at the right time. Listen, if there's anything I've learned in business, it's you look at the economy, it's not going to turn around by big businesses. It's not going to turn around by some giant government bailout. We all know it's not going to work that way because 99% of businesses are small businesses and no one's going to bail you out. Right? You and I both know that. I mean, you're half. Small businesses, you and I, we're half the GDP of this country. So if we're going to make a shift in what's happening, we're going to make a shift in our psychology, we got to figure out how to do the right things at the right time, as I've said. What does that mean? It means most businesses have great people that are running them. They've got passion, they've got energy. I know you're one of them. You're the gladiator. You're the person that goes out there every single day and you're trying to figure out how to take your business to the next level. And you're the one with all the risk, right? You're the one that has to stay up late at night, but still come each day and figure out how to nurture your people, nurture that business and make it grow. And you live or die by the results. So if all that pressure's on you, that gladiator, how are you going to really win? You're going to win by learning the tools that have allowed most businesses that have succeeded to succeed. And that isn't most businesses. 96% of businesses lose, meaning they're out of business within 10 years. Only 4% survive. 4 out of 100 companies make it. And it isn't because of lack of passion. It's because they did the right thing at the wrong time. I'm going to give you an example. Planting in the winter. I don't care how much positive you are. I don't care how you work. There's not going to be any profit for you. There's not going to be a reward for you when you plant in the winter. And we just don't realize that. Most of us don't know enough about the cycle of business, that where we are in our own lives, where our business is, where the economy is, to take advantage. That's what I've been obsessed with for the last 35 years. Why does one guy succeed and another fail? What is that difference? And I've been codifying that into a system that I've helped take people grow their businesses 30 to 130% or more, literally in less than 6 to 12 months at the outside. And we do it usually after a 5-day total immersion called Business Mastery, our business boot camp. Now, I'm not reaching out to you about that right now. If you'd like to come, love to have you. I want to do something for you. I've created an online course that can show you how to do the right things at the right time. I mean, I'll give you one more metaphor so you know what I mean. A practical one. Go back to 2008. If I said, buying a home, is that the right thing to do? Most people say, of course. 2008, wrong time. Being able to do the right thing at the right time is what gives you that advantage. And that's what I've been focusing on. So here's what we've got. I put together a set of web podcasts that I've done with some of my inner circle, some of the great leaders I've worked with that help turn around businesses. I put together a series of tools and elements that I'm providing for you as an online course. You can get started. My hope is we can add enough value to you that you'll start to say, you know what, I want to have an experience of this. You know, reading about how to swim is very different than swimming. And if you come to an event, we'll swim with you. But I'm going to give you some experience of some of the best teachers that can grow your business right now, show you some marketing tools, some selling tools, some ways to manage and expand even in this difficult time. That's what we'll have for you online. Where does it come from? All the businesses I've worked and turned around over the decades, hundreds of thousands of business leaders I've worked with. But I've also had a unique privilege, and that privilege is I've had a chance to work with some of the most brilliant business minds, billionaire entrepreneurs in the world, some of which I now get to call as my friends. Started out as clients, many of them, and now dear friends of mine, and I've watched them grow their businesses. People like Steve Wynn. Steve's a dear friend, the legendary man from Las Vegas who basically rebuilt it. But Steve didn't start out with all these business skills. Steve was like you and I, small businessman. Didn't even want to be in business, was going to be a lawyer. And what happened? His dad died, and he had to take over his little bingo parlor that was $400,000 in debt. He's worse than starting from scratch. He started upside down. Multi-billionaire today whose vision changed not only Las Vegas, but now he dominates gambling in China. Extraordinary man. His insights are invaluable. Or how about a person like the founder of Paul Mitchell Hair Care Systems, John Paul DeJoria, also the person that started or bought and then grew geometrically Patron Tequila. Multi-billionaire, started as a homeless man, dear friend of mine. Literally found this man who had the special gel for hair, came up with a strategy, and built that thing from the ground up. That's how America's going to get the employment and the jobs it needs. Small businesses that grow into good-sized businesses. Or how about a guy like my friend Mark Benioff of Salesforce.com? Went to one of my programs, left Oracle, came up with his vision, designed what he was going to do, had an original goal of $100 million to do, and now he's going to do this year $4 billion in sales. What I've learned and what I teach are the strategies I've learned from working with little small mom and top businesses, armies of 1, 3, a chiropractic company, a dentist, to multi-billion dollar companies like, say, HomeX, a company we've helped grow by $700 million, which is the largest home builder in Mexico, and they give us that credit. The systems of how to do that is what I live for. I used to turn people around. I still do that, but I turn around businesses. And by the way, you might say, how do you do that? Well, the course will give you a series of tools, and it's all free for you, and I want you to take full advantage of them. But before I go, let me just plant a seed with you. If you're going to grow your business in difficult times, just know this. The chokehold on the growth of any business is always the founder or the leader. What I mean by that is it's their psychology. It's the limits in what they believe, know, are willing to take on, the limits of their vision, the limits of their creativity, or it's their lack of skill. And I found that 80% of success is psychology and 20% is the mechanics, knowing the strategy that cuts through the BS and gets a result quickly. I've spent 3.5 decades collecting the best strategies from the best people in the world in business, and that's what I do in total immersion in my courses, and that's what you get a chance to get a taste of here online, again, at no cost. But I also know that ultimately you got to change your own psychology. You got to shift what's going on here and here so that you're able to move your people through the limits of whatever you see in the economy or whatever you think the limits of your business are. When you break through in this area, the game changes. And I hope that you'll have a chance, or we'll have a chance to have you as a client and be able to serve you. We have all kinds of other services, by the way. If you want to grow your sales teams, we come on a performance basis and coach in a 6-month immersion, all your sales teams to grow your sales. Or we can just do a simple audit. But right now, just to begin the relationship, just test out some of the tools we have here, and you can do a little bit at a time, things that can help you to grow your business, help you to expand. And if I never see you again or you never do any business with you, I hope they'll add value to you, and I hope you'll drop me a line on our website as to whatever you pull from this course. I'm sure it'll be a lot. So thank you. I'm very passionate about this subject. I'd love to empower you in every way we can. Let's begin the journey together right now. Just fill out the information, click on board, and start the e-course now. Take good care, live strong, live with passion, grow your business, baby.